Thank you. We begin with the political spotlight, now squarely focused on the Granite state. Most of the remaining presidential candidates are now in New Hampshire. The state's key primary is 1 week from today. Republican Ted Cruz, Democrat Hillary Clinton will try to build on their wins in Iowa. Their competitors are looking for an opening. Lisa Stark is in Milford, New Hampshire, where Republican Donald Trump's holding a rally tonight. Lisa.
You're fired.
He is indeed. You can hear him behind me. A very large and enthusiastic crowd here for Donald Trump. His first rally since he came in second place yesterday in Iowa. Trump telling the crowd he's happy with his second place finish, taking credit for the record number of caucus voters who came out in the Republican caucus. He also saying, look, if he comes in second in New Hampshire, that'll be okay with him. There are worse things. But let's be clear, Donald Trump wants to win in New Hampshire. He is ahead in the polls, and he'd like to have his first victory here. On the Democratic side, the candidate who barely won in Iowa, Hillary Clinton, is also looking to do well here in New Hampshire, a state that has been good to her in the past. After Iowa, a double dose of the Clintons to whip up support in the next contest.
And I am so thrilled that I'm coming to New Hampshire after winning Iowa.
It was a squeaker of a win, but the campaign will take it. Hillary Clinton told her supporters they will need to work hard this week as she battles Bernie Sanders, who has a considerable lead in the polls. So even as Clinton courts voters here, she is looking ahead.
New Hampshire is going to have to decide who can go toe-to-toe with the Republicans to make sure they don't wreck us again.
Sanders from neighboring Vermont is well known and well liked in New Hampshire.
Last night we began the political revolution, not just in Iowa, not just in New Hampshire, but all over this country.
The polls are likely to tighten before the primary next Tuesday, but even Hillary Clinton's #1 supporter told Al Jazeera she has her work cut out for her.
But I think she'll win. If she gets a good debate, then we have enough time. Don't know if we got enough time. We'll see.
What we saw last night was we saw that old Reagan coalition coming back together again.
On the Republican side, while Ted Cruz has a win in his column, adding another one here may not be easy.
He's going to have more of a challenge here. It's a very different demographic makeup here, much more libertarian, a lot less socially and religiously conservative.
We're ready to go here.
It's more establishment candidates, such as Marco Rubio, who could pull out another surprise showing in New Hampshire.
I can grow the conservative movement. I can take our message to people that have not voted for us before and bring them on.
He's squaring off against the 3 governors who have spent more time here. As for Donald Trump, he has a wide lead in the polls, but what now after Iowa? Do we think some air will go out of his balloon now that he's not the winner?
Well, that's the concern for the Trump folks. I think he has to win here. Another second or third place finish, and I think other candidates will be increasingly emboldened to sort of go after him more aggressively.
So for both sides, the next week is critical in a state known for surprise finishes, weeding out some candidates and propelling others forward. And you can see voters here in New Hampshire really willing to come out and hear the candidates. These folks have been here for hours. They were actually bused to this location. Whoever you support here in New Hampshire, you will have plenty of time to take a look at events. There will also be a debate on the Republican and Democratic side before next Tuesday. And, John, millions of dollars in television ads. Again, New Hampshire, the first in the nation primary. We'll see what happens a week from today.
All right, Lisa, thank you. And